Hi, I'm Nathan. I go by Peteparker, and every week I do comic book reviews because that's the rule around my house. If I want to keep buying them, then I have to review them online. So this review is going to be for the Incredible Hulk's annual #1. It's probably going to be the only one in the series. This is written by John Layman and drawn by Al Barrionuevo, or Barrionuevo, depending on your ethnic accent. This is the part of the 3-part series of annuals that started in Amazing Spider-Man and then went to Deadpool and now came to Incredible Hulks. The 3 characters have been trapped in an alternate reality where things are completely different, basically. And one of the things that's different is the Hulk was trapped in hell for a while, and not Bruce Banner, or by Bruce Banner, who's the Sorcerer Supreme. And he's become affected by the demons that he was fighting over time. And then he makes his way back to the planet to try to kill Bruce Banner, but it's all part of a trick. And then in the end, the main Hulk kills Bruce Banner right there and sends them both back to hell for all eternity. And at the same time, Peter Parker comes back and from hell, the bad guy Peter Parker, who was the Amazing Spider, and becomes Ghost Spider. So there's the 2 big reveals for this book. Now, really, most of the stuff that happens in this book has been revealed in the previous 2. You already knew that the Hulk was in hell, and you kind of knew what he looked like already, and that he was coming back, especially from the Deadpool one. So there wasn't really much as far as payoffs as far as this issue goes. I really loved the Amazing Spider-Man book, and I loved the Deadpool book even more because you got a reveal of all the other characters in this reality, what they're like and how they're different than our mainstream counterparts, right? But in this one, you didn't really get that. You got a little bit of the story of why the Hulk can't change. Who cares, right? You got a little bit of a nerdy Bruce Banner who's Sorcerer Supreme and why he's Sorcerer Supreme. But again, not something that I deeply care about, and he really came off as weak in a lot of respects. And then you got the rest of the story trying to get the original 3 characters back home from where they started all this. And it seems like they spent too much of the story trying to do that instead of focusing on how interesting and cool this alternate reality is. But at the same time, they had to do that because this is the last issue of this series or this arc or whatever, and they had to get back to whatever's reality. They even do panels of them fighting together on the streets as soon as they get back, which, you don't really even need to do that, right? It's not like these characters really experienced much together in this alternate reality. They all experienced something for themselves, and we can assume that they got back or where they got back. Showing us that is kind of unnecessary in general. So it wasn't as good of a payoff for this little series as I was hoping to get, but when it comes out with all 3 issues put together, which will be in a month or 2 months or 3 months, somewhere coming around, you'll probably like it better read all together than it was separate, because it'll kind of flow better and you'll get a beginning and an end and all that stuff. But I really liked the Spider-Man one the best, and the Deadpool one was pretty good too because it had a lot of really interesting changes about this reality, and then they just handed it off for somebody else to finish up. So I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5. It wasn't nearly as awesome as I was hoping it would be. It's a decent book, but they had to finish it up, so I guess that's the drawback. So if you like that review, you can check out my other reviews under Spidey207 on YouTube, or look for any reviews by Pete Parker or elsewhere, and it's probably by me. There will probably be a video connected to that too. So until then, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.